I'm Bobbi DeMontigny, Montana State Library Network Technical Support, and welcome to today's Tiny Tech Training in the MSL Learn series. I'm accompanied by the wonderful Colette Barteau, our CE coordinator, who will be helping to moderate and make sure you get your evaluation link at the end. Today I'm going to try to cover 3 different topics. It will go fast, but I plan to include resource links, so don't worry if you miss one. We'll be looking at changes to title recommendations, marketing materials, and running reports in Overdrive Marketplace. All of this is related to Montana Library to Go, Overdrive, and Libby. If you need to get help at any point, if you remember something that we talked about and you just would like to reach out and ask about something, you can do that from the bottom of the Services to Libraries sections in the MSL website. There's a link to the help desk right there at the bottom, and I will also be including a link to directly open a help desk ticket if you need to. Overdrive has sunset their previous title recommendation method and have replaced it with a tagging feature in Libby. They did this because they wanted to use something that's optimized for multi-library apps or for a multi-library app, which would be Libby. And it also helps patrons find and easily track the content that they're interested in, even if those titles aren't available from their libraries. First, I'm going to take you to the link to the Overdrive help on how to make a recommendation. But first, users who add a Notify Me tag, that's what the new recommendations are called, will get a notification letting them know that the title is in the library's collection. And from that notification, users can then choose to place a hold or borrow the title, depending on if it's available or not. And the title still appears in the user's tag list for their own records. Overdrive has got a pretty fantastic help resource. This walks you through finding and tagging the titles that are not offered by a library. Not all libraries offer it at this time. The last time I was looking around in Montana Library to Go, it looked like I was able to do that. So if there's a title that isn't available, there's a Notify Me button instead of a borrow or a place hold button. And selecting that sets up a smart tag in Libby, and that will alert the patron if the library purchases the title at a later date. It should look something like this. Of course, this would say Montana Library to Go, and you do your search. And when you click on the one that you want, you can pull it up. There's the example that they pulled up was this razor blade tears. And then this is talking about how you can filter it down to get more specific results here with the filter feature. But near the bottom, you can do a deep search, and that will help find the titles that are not owned by the library. And right there, if you pull up one that you want, that your library doesn't have, there should be a button to click Notify Me. And also the patrons in their Libby settings can set it up so they can get notifications. They can turn those off at any time too. So this is all just set up in their Manage Notifications section in the settings. And then later, if the library purchases the title, they'll get that notification and they can decide to borrow it or place it on hold. They also have some videos here about how to do that. And there's a whole bunch of helpful links. And then I'm also going to show you the FAQ page for Notify Me. We are going kind of fast. So under the FAQ, you can look at it from different perspectives. So this is like from the user experience side. There's a whole lot of questions that they've already asked about and have answers. So like there's no limit of a number of titles that a user can tag. And just a little walkthrough on each of these questions. So this is a handy one. This should, I think Coley is going to be putting this link in the chat, and also I will have a resource page added to the event in Aspen so that you can look at that later. There's also information about the marketplace tools for libraries and information about that sunset for the recommend to library feature that used to be available. This is a question I have mentioned in the slides, but since it's up in the FAQ, I'll just show you here. But if a user has a recommendation, will those transfer to notify me tags in Libby? They will not. Their active recommendations will not transfer, but if they made a recommendation and the title's added to the collection in the future, they'll still get a notification when their hold is ready. And there's also a way to see the list of titles that they've previously recommended, and that is available under their account on the Library Overdrive website. So instead of going there in Libby, you'd go to your Montana Library to go on the web, and that would show up under each user's account. And again, I blew through that pretty quick. Does anyone have any questions about that before I move on?
Just want to let you know, I did put those links in the chat. And if everyone could make sure that they're on mute, there's a little bit of feedback coming through. And so I want to make sure that both the transcript and our audio are clear. Thank you.
All right, I will keep going then. So now we're on to the Overdrive marketing materials. Overdrive has a lot of great free marketing materials that you can use to get your patrons reading digitally. And there is a video all about that I'm just going to show you, because this will be showing up very soon in a Overdrive MSL Learn course that I'm very close to launching. And since it's all fresh information, I'll just play you the video. Here you go.
Along the top of the page, there are some options. Customize will take you to graphics that you can make your own. Trending shows the latest new marketing tools. Learn more about each marketing kit or material by clicking on the Preview button. Make sure to check the trending section every few months to see what has changed. This section updates seasonally, so there is always something new to keep it fresh for your patrons. There are arrows on the side of the carousel. Use them to scroll through the various options available at any given time. Near the top right of the carousel, you can use the drop-down toggle to see all of the options at once. Social offers a huge variety of graphics that you can post on your own social media pages. Don't forget to scroll down the page to see it all. There are promotional videos to share and embed. At the bottom, there are some marketing themes to download. In the Print Ready section, you'll find printable flyers and posters, including templates. These are scalable and can be printed on your own printer to create flyers and handouts. Outreach contains shareable webinars, newsletters, and website copy suggestions. To reach out to the newspapers, there are even links to press releases and media kits. As you scroll down the page, you'll see some programming ideas and inspiration for blogging. Hopefully these tools can help you to get the word out about the Libby app and help your patrons get excited about the digital resources available through your Montana Library to Go subscription.
Before I move on, any questions about the marketing before I jump into the reports? Marketplace is where directors or their designees can, with the appropriate login credentials, run reports, access invoices, merge patron accounts, or escalate an issue to a higher level of support with Overdrive. And I do have another video.
If you are a library director in a Montana Library to Go library and you do not know your credentials, please open a help desk ticket for assistance. If you don't know where to go to open a help desk ticket, you can visit msl.mt.gov. Most of the pages under the Services to Libraries section have a direct link to the help desk at the bottom of each page. From the blue taskbar, select Insights. This will take you to the Consortium dashboard. The dashboard shows major statistics of all of our libraries combined. Under Popular Reports, select Title Status and Usage. A window will pop up containing options that will help you generate a report. In the Date section, you have some options. You can choose Last to indicate a certain number of days or Specific to select a range. In my example, I'm choosing a specific range ending today, and I'm leaving the start date blank. Select the format. This can limit to just ebooks, audiobooks, magazines, or others. Or if you want to see it all, just leave it set at all formats. Select the audience if that matters to your report. Set the weed status to include those in your collection. When you're satisfied with your report settings, click Update. Review your report summary in the left-hand column. The title and copy counts are separated out by a licensing model. In summary, OCOU means one copy, one user. These are the titles we hold permanently in our collection. These licenses do not expire. MA is an acronym for Metered Access. This license model expires when a certain number of checkouts have occurred or a certain amount of time has passed, whichever occurs first. MA by time is a metered access that expires after a certain amount of time, usually a year. MA by checkout is metered access that expires after a set number of checkouts. Titles means the number of unique titles in the collection, and copies is the number of items in the collection, which may include multiple copies of certain titles. Create Worksheet will export an itemized list of individual titles in the collection. Please be aware the report summary cannot be exported, and you must copy and paste it into a different document or take a screenshot. You should be given the option to save it. Make sure to save it somewhere that you can find it again. This is what my worksheet looks like. From here, I'm going to show you a few little tricks to use when working with an Excel spreadsheet. An easier way to make the information in each column easy to read is by double-clicking between each column. Sometimes numbers do not come across as expected. This can be fixed by formatting your column. Do this by right-clicking at the top of the column like I did here with the G column. Select Format Cells and when the box pops up, some changes can be made. Look at your options and select one that will make the numbers look like your ISBN is supposed to. I like to choose fraction up to 1/4. From here, you can sort and filter to work with your data. As an example, I'm going to sort my titles from A to Z. It is important to make sure you expand your selection if you want all of your other columns to sort with it. You don't want your data to get mixed up. Now my titles are sorted in alphabetical order. You may choose to do this by audience type, format, date, or subject, depending on what you're hoping to achieve with your report. Remember, you can always open a ticket if you need assistance running a report.
So you should be able to see retrieving overdrive collection counts by format and audience. That's the video we just watched. And then this is the step-by-step guide for those who prefer to just see a walkthrough instead of watch a video. So when you first log into Overdrive Marketplace, it looks like this. And then I went to the Insights tab, where it lists different popular reports. And then there's also these insights, and that shows everybody's circulation. So now questions.
I am not seeing any questions in the chat, but certainly we'd like to invite anyone to speak up if they have a question that they'd rather just say out loud.
I'm happy to hang out a little bit longer if anyone wants to look at any of this stuff. We also have Kara Orban here who might be able to answer other questions about the reports and such. So if you have a question later, you can absolutely open up a help desk ticket, or you can contact me directly. There is a link in the chat for that. When you want to open up a help desk ticket, you can just go to the link I threw into the chat there. It looks like Colette did it too, so you've got it in there. And you can select the area you want to ask about. Montana Library to Go is under statewide projects. Under the category, we'll select Montana Library to Go. And if, let's see, our information was about reports mostly today, but we also did talk about marketing. So either marketplace or statistics would be a fine subcategory. You can just put your message in the description. Make sure you have who you are and how I can get back in touch with you, and click submit. And then I will get a little alert that shows up on my screen, and you will hear from me. I try to respond pretty quick. So yeah, if you have any other questions, you can absolutely submit them there. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for coming by, and the video will be posted later on today.
Thanks so much. I always learn something.
Yes, for sure.
There are so many features and neat things to be able to access those marketing resources in particular. It really sparks my thinking about how to promote the Overdrive resources.
Thanks, Colette, and thanks, everybody.
Thank you.